It's raining for the second time today. I had a nap. And I watched this movie called Eden Lake. What up, Lauren? I don't know if you've watched this creepy movie. It's called Eden Lake. Oh my gosh. It was pretty good. I'm not going to lie. So I'm going to go live again. My blood sugar is a little low, so just give me a second. Oh, so it's super rare. I just open up my curtain, and there's a hanging mannequin head from my tree. What do you think that means? Like, it's just a white mannequin head just hanging there. The fuck? Weird. How's your day going, Lauren? What? Maybe what's in your head? Haha. Maybe everything? All right. Oh my God. I would have let that show. Good for you. How'd it go? Were you super nervous? I'm sure that would be very nerve-wracking. I watched this stripper today talk about how stripping basically like let her the ability to buy a house. I was like, good for fucking rock on, man. She worked her ass off 6 days a week for like 5 years and bought herself a house. Bitches gotta do what bitches gotta do. I swear, if there was a strip club around here, I probably might have already done it. Good for you, girl. Oh, all right. Porno star in the house. Good for you, buddy. Hey, if you're on Instagram, I'll follow you. I support Lady of the Evenings, going out there making that money. It ain't easy being greasy. Huh. Interesting reading today. Okay, so I have been noticing that people have the ability to interrupt your relationships with other people. And so much so that people have almost mastered the craft of becoming third-party interferences. Honest to God, they really have. Sometimes people do it and they don't even know they're doing it because they're just giving you their honest opinion. And other times people do it because they know what their opinion means to you. And they will abuse that opinion. So yeah, this is where we're going. I had a feeling something was going on with the whole hate thing, okay? Somebody has, you Okay, collective is very loving, okay? Very trusting, very supportive. And somebody has interrupted frequency with another person, okay? And they have interfered your love connection, which doesn't necessarily mean like a physical connection. What up, Awakening? All right. It's not necessarily like a physical connection, like sexually, but it's something got interfered with hate. And I was thinking about that today. I was thinking about these two guys mainly that I used to hang out with, and you wouldn't believe what this one guy did for me, honestly. And it wasn't sexual because he had a girlfriend. He would stop, drop, and roll sometimes for shit that I needed him to do. And I never even, I was so, suddenly this third party interfered. And it got in between me and two other people. And I don't know how this guy did it, but this man has the ability to control other people's minds. He's a wizard, and he uses his wizardry to control people, to mind manipulate, okay? And so he was friends with these two guys, and he got into their heads, okay? And he got into my head because then I couldn't see how much I was taking advantage of one of my friends. And I really considered him a friend. And I feel like I took such bad advantage of him. And it wasn't purpose. It was like a glitch. It was like everything I went to do to say thank you for the work that he would do for me, it would get interrupted by something. Like I would buy him beer, he only drinks alcohol. Okay? I would buy him a chocolate cake, he only likes vanilla. It was always the opposite, and I couldn't understand. I'd be like, it was such negative energy, but yet you could tell we wanted to be friends, but we had to fight this energy around us that wanted us to hate one another. And hate is something that is usually a feeling from something else. Okay, it's usually from some type of like suppressed emotion, whether or not it even has anything to do with you. Sometimes the hate that people bestow onto you has nothing to do with you. And only really true people in their grounded in their energy would be able to go up to somebody and say, oh my God, what I put onto you was so fucking wrong and I am so sorry. Like I was waiting for my stepmother to finally be able to say that, like, I am so sorry for putting my anxiety onto you. I can't believe that as an adult, I fought with a child. I can't believe that I made you the enemy when I was the one in charge. But some people never make that realization that there was something, whatever. I tried to figure it out for years, what my stepmother was interrupted with, why she took one look at me and my sister. Because I was like, I don't know, 5 years old when I met my stepmother. My sister would have been 8 years old, just turned 8 years old. And she saw us as enemies, like instantly. And I remember, I look at myself as a child and I think like, oh my God, like I was adorable. I really was. Like, I was an adorable kid. And I look at me and my sister was so awkwardly cute, okay? Like, she really was, okay? And I would look at the two of us in pictures and be like, how could anybody get mad at us? Like, I don't understand. Where did we become the villain? Looking at us, even growing up as I got older, like, because I remember how much I was bullied in school. I remember this one bully. It was usually guys who bullied me, but there was a couple times where I would have female bullies, always in older grades, who would follow me home, throw shit at me, call me names every day. One girl punched me in the face, tormented me every day, chased me home. And I always wondered, like, what did I do, like, to deserve this? Like, did I do something to you to make you hate me? Like, what did I do? But then I started realizing, people are only going to hate you, I guess, for whatever reason they choose to. Like if somebody just suddenly hates you for no reason, you have to wonder, like, is that some type of spell? You know, like, is that some type of, did you hear something about me, you know, from somebody who doesn't like me, that now we have to be enemies? Like, I don't understand this. And I remember thinking to myself this one time, this friend I was talking about, he came and he helped me fix a tire. I blew a tire. What up, Igniting? My lady's in the house. I blew a tire. And I swear to God, this guy, I don't even know where he was in town. And I was bawling my eyes out. My sister just got back from like wanting to blow her brains out because her kid had died. And I just had to deal with a suicidal sister for like 3 months straight. And then I come home and I have to deal with these other people, and I go to the appointment because I basically, like, I could have went to jail. I went to go to this appointment and I blow a tire, and the only thing I could do was think about calling this friend, and I called him and he got there so quick, and I brought him beer as a thank you. He doesn't even drink beer. And I found that out like a year later. And I thought, like, I was so embarrassed. I was so embarrassed on how I treated this person. And I've been thinking about it because I feel like it was interrupted. Like there was a frequency interrupted. Like I wanted to like him so bad. I wanted him to be my best friend. Yet somebody wanted us to hate one another. Okay. And I've been in situations like that before where I've been friends with guys. I tend to get along with guys so much easier than women. And then but a lot of times, like, we would be in the restaurant industry, right? So there'd be these new girls that would start, and I would always be, hanging out with the original crew. Okay. Because I was a part of the OGs, these new girls would come in and they'd start taking, all my buddies away from me. And then suddenly, me and my buddy are in a fight all of a sudden because this chick has some fucking problem with me. And I'd be like, okay, you and I have been fine for 5 years. Why is it that you just start dating this girl and now there's a problem between you and I? What the fuck just happened? And then the guy would quit, the girl would quit, and off they'd go. And I'd be like, all right, there goes my friend. But like, I mean, I don't know how long people are really supposed to stay friends with the opposite sex. But at the same time, I don't know why you couldn't stay at least mutual friends with everybody, right? But if there's somebody, I can see a white butterfly right now dancing around the backyard. If there is somebody that finds you threatening, okay, they're going to be new to the group, okay? Somebody that was new to a group either didn't get accepted or kicked you out, okay, of the group. And this is like OG style. Whatever this reading is, I don't know. Take it if it resonates, okay? If it doesn't resonate, don't take it. This is what's coming through after the storm, might I add. Okay, so either you got kicked out or they kicked, somehow you got kicked out of something. Somehow you got kicked out of something through hate. Okay, and this is, your energy is mercy. That's what you give people. You give mercy all the time. People have been giving you hate in return. Maybe calling your mercy a bluff. Maybe because look at this, like, homemade with love. You're like this homemade jam of love, okay? People stalk you on their shelves. They want you around all the time, especially homemade. Fuck, get the fuck out of here, okay? And somebody like wanted to freeze you out. You don't freeze preservatives. You make sure they're in room temperature, slightly cold, but you don't freeze preservatives. You don't need to. That's the whole point of them being preservatives, okay? And I don't like this. I don't like this marijuana card in reverse. I don't like that either. Because it also seems to me like you're very chill. You're very honest. You're very cool to hang out with. You're the answer to so many people. And they put a hate spell on you. A hate spell. But there's the lighthouse, okay, on the bottom of the deck. They can't block your light, okay? And then there's the text messages, and then there's the past. Ooh, and there's sex and liar. And you know what? I woke up in the middle of the night to go pee last night, and the song Spiders by Slipknot was playing in my head. And I was like, weird. Because it just kind of goes like, spiders, spiders, spiders. And I was like, is there a fucking spider in my room or something like that? And now I just started getting this other Slipknot song in my head. And I went, I wonder, Soul and Filth. Yeah, okay. I was just getting another Slipknot song in my head, which brought me back to spiders. We're always wearing a mask. We're overliving a lie. I hope you got what you wanted. I won't show you my whole story. I won't show you the aftermath. Ooh, somebody is in trouble. Like Corey Taylor deals, I don't know who his parents are, but I also, oh, you know why? You know what came in my head? A Liar's Funeral. I think that's the same album. I saw a liar, and then I saw A Liar's Funeral. And then Spiders, Slipknot is a noose. A bird just landed. Look at this, back off. Like, I don't know. And then G.O.D., his organized destruction. Okay, talk about mother's wrath. Well, there you got father's destruction. Okay, like, the corpse card and the funeral. On the bottom of the deck, haul it and forget it. Werewolf, bipolar, changing with work, and yes, Weeping Willow. Oh, okay. For one, somebody's going to be a widow quick. Because I didn't see Weeping Willow, I saw Weeping Widow. Widow, as in Black Widow, spider. Oh, Spirit, you are incredible today. Okay, so. What are you doing? Oh, okay. Are you doing laundry? How come your headphones aren't on anymore? Well, you will interrupt it if you start running the water. It's fine. Sorry, that's my sister. She's screwing around out there. Yeah. Bagul is on the bottom of the deck. Bagul kills families. I'm pretty sure that came up in a short today. The universe saw everything. And a bird just started singing. Oh, okay. Spirit is on a roll right now with this reading and synchronicities. Okay, so let's just say this. There's been a sex hex put on somebody. Okay. Sex hex. Just want to say that. And whatever this liar did, the thing is you've out-brightened them now. You've done something now that is going to destructively, like, take them down completely. And honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if somebody kicks the bucket. Like, quick. Like, quick. And I don't know, like, I can't say for sure if that's, like, you know, they're going to die. But, I mean, death is death. Like, I mean, I'm going to see what comes out in the cards. Ace of Cups. Five of Swords. This is deceit. Like, somebody deceived you behind your back. And this is now something that comes back. Like, I mean, you get this gift now. You get something for this betrayal. This is betrayal. This is like, you know, Sinister. I tried to watch this today, and for some reason it wouldn't work. But Ethan Hawke, you know, the main writer guy, whatever, okay. Ellison, he, you know, he should have left his 15 seconds of fame many years ago. And he keeps trying, and he keeps trying, and he keeps trying to the point where he puts his family's life in jeopardy. And he keeps saying that he's trying to leave a legacy. He's trying to do this for his kids. No, he's not. He's doing it for himself. He's being greedy. And whatever this person did behind your back is because they were greedy. And they could have said they were doing it for the greater good of everybody. They weren't. They were doing it for themselves. Okay, there's the Wheel of Fortune. Like, times are going to change. This wheel is going to change. This person lied. And strength will take them over now. Because only pussies lie. 7 of Wands. And like they try to do a really good fucking job of beating collective away. This is an abuser. You know, somebody that repeatedly beats a dog, and then all of a sudden takes it somewhere and lets it out of the car and expects it to go somewhere. No. 8 of Wands. It's going to just come right back. Right? So, I mean, this could have been people trying to beat you up, tell you need to go away, and instead, you know, you just kind of stayed quiet. You stayed still. I don't think you, like, okay, so if these were people that got the misconception about you, got misinformation about you for somebody else's greedy plan to work, okay, you did not fight against these people. There's nothing that happened that's irreparable that you can never come back from. If anything, they're going to realize that there was deception here, that they were deceived by even feeling like you were the enemy, because you've been posted as the enemy here. Big time. Big time. Like, you're the one that's been hurting everybody behind their back, when really you didn't do anything, and then all these people started hurting you behind your back thinking that you had done something when you didn't do anything. I don't see you doing shit here. Honestly. Like, your card came up as mercy. Like, these people were supposed to be, maybe they were supposed to give you the benefit of the doubt. 8 of Cups. And instead, you know, they walked away. It seems like somebody had a choice. They had you know, everybody has a choice. And this person had a choice to deceive you. And, you know, kind of go their separate way, you know, give you your thing. They could go their way and take their thing. But instead, they took both things. They cut you out of something. And that's what really sucks. Because then that's where the hate comes in. By them cutting you out of something. So then resentment occurs. You start taking shit out on other people, thinking that people are doing stuff to you when they're not. One person has really fucked with you. There's the 3 of Swords. But it's in reverse. So I feel like a lot of this is going to be undone. With the 3 of Wands, somebody did this, you know, a lot of this was very spontaneous. I don't think they thought a lot of this out before they did this to you, before they just automatically, you know, I just heard and saw like prison doors shut, you know, like they really, like, you know, once you were labeled something, you were like, you were trialed and you were convicted, you know, instantly of it. And then you were sent to jail. You know, there really was no like trial. They just convicted you. Okay, so there's the Sun, King of Wands, Temperance, Five of Pentacles. This has, if you have had massive money problems, this is why, you're imprisoned. In some dimension, you were on the other side. Well, I mean, look what prisoners do. Like, I mean, they even if they get out on early, probation, they're constantly, they have to check in. They're told when to eat. They're told when to sleep. They're told when to work, right? It's all programmed. And I feel like that's what happened. You got programmed. You were supposed to, have something. You were this pentacle, like you were supposed to have something, and you didn't get it. And because of that, that could be the death of somebody. I mean, I always say, fuck around, find out. That's what you want to do. You want to fuck around with people. You want to play God. We all have our sentence and our cross to bear. Somebody certainly did not want you getting any rest. That's for sure. And a prison, that's they wake you up right in the morning, put you to bed, 6 a.m., bag skate. Like, I mean, this is like somebody wanted you in jail. If you weren't actually in jail, they fucking did a pretty good job replicating jail in your life. I can tell you that. Or this wouldn't resonate. That's really sad. Again, Two of Wands, another decision. Jesus Christ. These fucking people had a lot of decisions that they had to make regarding your life. So now let's hope that they go somewhere where there's a whole lot of people deciding their fucking life. You know what I mean? Loser. This is bad. This is a bad reading. But look at that. There's hope on the horizon. Thank God. I was like, I don't know how much more I can handle this. This is a pretty shitty fucking reading for somebody. Like, who the fuck do you think you are? The only motherfucker in Charlestown with a gun? Honestly. Like, who the fuck do they think they are? Their strength. Maybe they do think they're the only fucking person in Charlestown with a gun. Honestly. Wouldn't surprise me. Cocky ass motherfuckers. There's the nicest smelling breeze coming in my window right now. Because it just rained. Oh, God, I love that smell. Fresh morning's dew. Fucking chaos. Look at this shit. What the fuck did this person do to you? This is awful. $989. This is fucking awful. Who the fuck? I mean, their whole life is just gonna get ripped right up. They're just gonna slowly start to lose all the things that they took from you. Oh, that's what happens when you play dirty. Okay, differences, rigid wall, and wishing. Okay, so it seems like collective is going to the other side of this. Okay, in a huge, I just heard concerning period of time. There's another 9, 3 9s here. Okay, 4 9s. This is like, Spirit is very confused about so many things that are not in your life right now that need to be there. And I mean, once they figure it out, I mean, it's like follow the trail of blood. Like, it's not going to be hard to follow the breadcrumbs to the culprit that decided to switch lives with you from the looks of it. I mean, they made a pretty big wish, okay? And that wish fucked your life up. So I almost feel like what I hear is like, wherever there's heavy regret, there's a Hierophant on the bottom of the deck. Wherever there's heavy regret in your life somewhere with hate, this could probably be it. Somebody wanting you to back off, go away, get out of the party. You're not supposed to be here. You know, this is private property. These are private people. Who invited you? Something like that. I don't know. Somebody didn't want you around. That's for sure. And then when you came around, they just started, you know, it'd be like one of those people that if you were in the same room as this person, whoever this person is, it's like they went to like one person, one at a time, you know, and said talk their trash about you. Be like one person here, oh, you know, listen to blah, blah, blah right now. Like, listen to them speak. How trashy are they? And then it's like a joke and a cheers. And then they go to the next person, right? Oh, did you see how they're dressed tonight? Fucking trashy bitch. You know, cheers, go to the next person. Like, they strategically said things about you. They picked on your strength. Okay, they could have made comments about your voice, about your body. Okay, like if you lift weights or something, they could have said like, look how muscular they are. They'll probably bench press you. You know, very negative energy, just to spread it around, just so then everybody could hear it and laugh and cheers, right? And if they do that once a week to everybody, then eventually, you know, people aren't going to invite you out anymore, right? Because they don't want to hear people talking shit anymore. So it's like, well, we're not going to tell them about it anymore because, you know, blah, blah, blah is just going to talk shit about them all night. And I don't want to hear it. And I don't, you know, like, obviously there were things about certain situations that, you know, these could have been a group of managers or something, you know, like a tight group of people that you were supposed to be with. And there's the hatred got in there, you know, like you could have been working for some place for a while and you wanted to get into management and then somebody else got there, you know, like I feel like, again, this is somebody manipulated your name. And as everybody looked at you as this potential person, this one other person really belittled you, dehumanized you, and they could have been the main one connected with these people, right? So now management is like, well, you know, we're going to listen to this guy. He's been with us for 10 years. I don't want to put somebody on our crew that he's not going to get along with because then I got to listen to that. It's like you got outvoted. I'm still looking at that random man that's just hanging in my backyard. It's so weird. Like, did they glue it to the tree? I don't understand what they did. I mean, it looks pretty cool. I'm not going to be honest. I'm going to be fucking purely honest here. It looks pretty awesome, but I don't know. I still feel like somebody, like, I don't know, they beheaded you. Which means they dehumanized you in some way. And then nobody else wanted to hear it, you know? There's the Queen of Wands. What the fuck? Three of Cups. So, yeah, there's the Moon. Hierophant. I don't even know how the fuck those three cards got above the Hierophant all of a sudden, because I thought the Hierophant was on the bottom of the deck, but then the Hierophant all of a sudden was 4 cards in. Did I just shuffle? Fuck if I know. But, you know, that's it. This bitch. This person did something. Whether they're male or female really doesn't matter, but they're the ones that saw you in this group of people. They didn't want you there. So they made a decision. Okay? An illusion. They didn't see really what they were doing, but they knew that they could do something. Okay? And they went down that river. You know what I mean? Like they were like, fuck it, I'm going to go down it anyways because I don't care anymore. And then there's the Hierophant. That could possibly been some type of like training program. I swear, if you were up for a manager job, somebody just fucked you. They said you weren't good enough. They didn't want you there. So some type of training program or something that you would have gotten the tools to, and they just... There's the Eight of Pentacles. Look at that, sitting on the bottom of the deck. Like, you would have really worked hard for this. You know, like, you really would have. Like, this is a role that really was destined for you. And because one person out of, say, 8 people didn't like you, you didn't get the role. And I'm looking at both of these queens. I mean, this has got to be the same person. And I feel like you got, like, you know, pussied on a pedestal somehow. Somebody took somebody, you know, like they took somebody else's pussy instead of yours, or this bitch everybody fucking listened to, so they just listened to her instead of you. You know, like some bitch got the upper hand on somebody. And I feel like it's a bitch, okay? And like bitches can be men, okay? Let's be real. So it doesn't necessarily have to be female. But if it's a male, this fucking male is a bitch, okay? With a fucking capital B. He's a fucking biatch. B-I-O-T-C-H, you know what I mean? Extra fucking cred to the biatch. Look at this. As I talk about this person, fucking tower comes into my hand. This person's like, look at, put pussy on a pedestal. That's their pedestal. I'm not lying. They got put on a pedestal. Somebody's wife or something, you know? Everybody adores, everybody loves them. While they fucking kicked you out of a group, okay? And guess what? Now they are getting kicked out, okay? Magician in reverse. Okay. There's the Emperor. So this queen, she had a little bag of tricks and a little bag of dicks, I just heard. So she had, you know how I said I hang around with a lot of guys? This chick had these dudes, okay, in a bag. Or maybe she fucked them all. I don't know, okay? But she had these dicks in a bag, all for her. Her bag of tricks. Maybe she had a bag of dildos she used with everybody. Okay, I don't know what this fucking bitch's pussy is fucking made of. It's fucking made of gold. I don't know if it fucking cures cancer. But what I do know is that men follow it. And now it's like that fucking bitch's pussy's gonna get caught on fire. And I knew this one chick who had this car. Heated seats. And the little heating thing went right through the seat and fucking burnt her ass. Burnt her pussy clot. Think she fucking deserved that? Yup. Think she fucking did when you want to talk with your fucking pussy and be a little biatch and not use your words, then the universe is going to burn you. And it's almost like she got burned from hell. You know what I mean? Like a little bit of hell stepped in there and was like, I could burn your ass down right now. Keep thinking you have power, bitch. Honestly, keep thinking that you got power, that you could come up and fuck collective. Because now I'm going to light your goddamn house on fire. And that little fucking pedestal you were sitting on, you're getting off of. And it's not like, I mean, they've been asked to move a million times, so now they're going to light the fucking pedestal on fire. Okay, and fucking smoke the bitch out. Good for Spirit. You gotta say, Spirit's got a lot of tenacious behavior these last fucking few weeks, okay? Knight of Cups. And then something just kind of walks its way right into your life. Whatever's been held back through this hate that this queen put on everybody about you. When you, honestly, again, I just want to say, this is collective's energy. Okay? Mercy. Just trying to fucking be mercy with everybody. And there's this bitch fucking trying to burn you down. Yeah, I just heard Spirit. Yeah, like that was going to work. Okay, it worked for like 5 seconds and now it's done. Okay, and there's the devil. You know why she tried to burn you out of a crew? Because she's getting played herself. Okay? Honestly, like people got to understand what hate is. And I love that they think that they understand what hate is, but they don't. They think jealousy is hate. They think their envy is hate. They think their closeted sexuality towards your delicious life is hate because they won't accept they're a lesbian. They won't accept that they're a fucking gay ass man. Okay? So they put collective up against the fucking block. Because they won't accept their own sexual nature. Ew, I think this person wanted to have sex with you. Ew, ew, ew. That's why this is here. I was trying to figure it out. Because I'm like, this is a rough card, okay? Like, it can be, depending on where it's coming through the reading, okay? I don't talk about that. Nobody should be talking about that. That is something that is, between closed doors. Okay, thank you. But, like, why am I holding the Wheel of Fortune in my hand? I don't even know where the fuck that came from. I was wondering where the sex thing came from. They turned the tables around on you. I think they said you were a lesbian or you were gay. When they're the closeted ones. Did you just hear my sister cough? She hasn't made a fucking single noise. All of a sudden she coughs? Okay. 4 of Swords, 6 of Pentacles, Page of Swords. Oh my good God. What the? Okay. So, whatever this queen did to you, okay, it sent you into battle with a bunch of people you didn't even know you were up against. People turned their back on you and you thought you had friends. Okay, and let me tell you, all of this is coming back around. All of it. All of it. That's how spirit fucking works. Okay? That's how it works. It's always how it's going to work. The truth will always prevail. Okay? It will always rise to the top. And the ones that get lied about, the score will always be settled. And I just heard Tom Petty, and I won't back down. People won't back down. You know why? Because they've been tortured their whole fucking lives. When they come up next to neck, fucking face to face with some fucking slut-ass, fucking beefed-up whore, do you think they're going to go, oh, I don't want to fight, Mrs. Fat Bitch. You can win. No. Never. Collective's not weak. Okay? They might have looked like they lay down and die, but didn't mean they did. Didn't mean you did. You know what I mean? You just had a little resty poo. You just had a little rest, okay? Before really delivering the big guns. You know what I mean? Before you were really gonna fucking put the work in to get your shit fucking planted. Because they took your seed a long time ago with their bag of dicks. Okay? Because they were controlled. Ha! Fucking idiots. 4322. That's 432. That's a countdown, baby. Countdown, baby. Look at that. I was wondering, I was like, you know what? If death shows up, there's a huge possibility that like somebody really is going to die. And death showed up. And I'm like, somebody's like, yeah, but it is Scorpio energy. Yeah, I get it's Scorpio energy, but Scorpio energy also means death, mort. You know what I mean? Like, they don't get to come anymore. Okay, they don't have to come around anymore. They don't just run their mouth anymore. Maybe maybe something's gonna happen to their throat chakra and they're never gonna be able to talk again. Have you ever seen the movie Silent Night? Watch it. That motherfucker gets shot in the throat and he can never speak again. Shit happens. Maybe they're gonna get throat cancer because they've been fucking lying their whole lives. And their own fucking mouth doesn't want to speak anymore because their soul doesn't want any more karma. I mean, who the fuck knows? I don't want to know. I mean, I sure as fuck didn't do it, and my throat chakra's fine, so. Suffering from halted tongue, are we? For the rest of your fucking life. That was a really badass reading. Not gonna lie. That was badass. Honestly, back to this Eden Lake movie. This fucking couple gets the shit kicked out of them. The entire movie. Okay? And I'm not going to tell you how it ends, but it's really like kind of like fucking House of a Thousand Corpses in the end. Like it's really fucked up. You should watch it if you haven't watched it. But I'm kind of getting like, there's obviously a reason why I watched that movie. I mean, I've seen it for years and never put it on, but today I wanted to, and like they really get like fucked with. And then like just when you think they're gonna get out of it, you know, they get wrapped up in it again. Like, it's very, you know, twists and turns, and you're just not expecting a lot of the hate that comes through that movie. It's almost like, I don't know if you've ever seen the original I Spit on Your Grave. I haven't seen the remixes of it, but I've seen the original one, and it's like, it's like, you know, Last House on the Left. Like, there are just some movies that you're like, what the fuck? How can you get out of safety and then suddenly you're fucking, you know, that you're you know, predators are there. Like, you know, those movies really get to me, where it's like the people can't get away. And, you know, because that's a lot of my dreams sometimes, where I will just be like wrapped in this like labyrinth trying to get away. And like every time I turn around, you know, I can't move, or like suddenly I'm in quicksand or something. And I'm like, it just seems like somebody's nightmare is like my dreams sometimes. So I don't know, those psychological thrillers of like just constant torment really get to me. They're like kind of my favorites. It sounds so bad, but I mean, it's true. Okay. I'm going to do one more reading, but I'm so freaking sticky, icky. I have to put my freaking hair up. Okay, let's do the crows. Freedom. Freedom from the group. Balance. And preparation. Ooh. So I feel like, you know what I'm kind of getting? It's like, you know, when the baby bird decides to soar all on its own, take that first leap of faith. I kind of feel like freedom is like the fool's journey, a leap of faith. Getting away from everybody and finding that balance. Okay. Ooh, curiosity. Okay. So somebody could be, you know, getting away from, like, wanting to change their perspective. Okay. And the only way that you can do that sometimes is to get away from the perspectives that are, you know, wanting to be changed around you. Okay. Which are obviously coming from other people or paradigms, frame of minds, routines. Okay. So you break away from a certain group and find balance within yourself. Okay. And the whole balance card is about being shoved around in, you know, some of the highest speed winds possible, but still being able to sit there, right? Because you've balanced yourself enough. You've worked on yourself enough that your strength within keeps you on that wire, right? Because you broke free from where you were possibly being hidden or sheltered from this wind. Right? How can you get stronger in the wind if you're never in the wind? Okay. And the wind would be possibility. Okay. So I just felt a whole bunch of wind come in. Oh, that was nice. Thanks. That was nice. Okay. So preparation, because now it seems like you're preparing for something. Like, it's like you were told to break away from a certain group. Not saying that, like, you stop talking to them or hanging out with them or being a part of, like, this could be your family. It's not like Spirit is saying never speak to them again. Okay, you can never call your mother again. But it was like, you need to learn what it's like to not maybe have mom there every day, or maybe you're going to go to college or something, okay, and you got a boyfriend, you started living at the boyfriend's house. Now you're going to go away to college, and if you hadn't started living at the boyfriend's house, or if you hadn't, rented a room on your own or taken a shot at something, you wouldn't have gotten out of the nest, which hadn't prepared you for this next thing. Because there's preparation here. Preparation, okay, this balance opens up the curiosity door. Okay, because distraction, something has been distracting you, okay, because someone's been dominating you. Well, that's a reason to fucking walk away. And I was watching this movie. It's called The Finest Kind. I really like fisherman movies. I don't know if I was a fisherman in a past life, but like, oh my God, me and the sea. Perfect Storm is my favorite movie. I'm not even going to get started with the sea and Whitney and this journey. Okay. But, I was watching this movie, and, these brothers, okay, one of the brothers, the older brother, is a fisherman, and he's been doing it his whole life. The other brother has a different dad. The dad is not a fisherman. He's a lawyer. Same mom between the two brothers. So the younger brother gets so curious about the older brother because he doesn't want to follow in his dad's footsteps, because his dad continually tells him what to do. And his dad keeps saying, well, I know what's best for you, and I want you to do this, and I want you to go to this university, and this is going to give you the best opportunities. And the son is like, but that's your life. Like if there's a difference. And then the older brother is talking to the older brother because the older brother wants him to go to law school. He wants him to become a lawyer and do what's best for him. And the brother says the reason why he likes hanging out with his older brother and not his father is because he feels like with his older brother, he's heard. He feels like his brother listens to him and, is a part of his life, where his father just controls him, right? Tells him what to do all the time. And I know that there's a lot of parents out there that control their kids, trying to say that they know what's best. But of course, a parent is always going to know what's best. But do they know enough to step back and allow that child to make their own decisions? Because you can't force somebody to do something. Okay, even if you think you can, but if you don't know that you're being dominated, okay, if you don't know that somebody is marking their territory on you, telling you what to do, because look at really what they're doing. They're distracting you. Really, they're taking your attention, okay? This dominant crow, okay, is taking your attention so then you can go and steal something from somebody else that's not paying attention, okay? They're telling you almost to like break the law. Go and do this, go and do that. And like, if you don't want to do that anymore, you want to find the safe way to do things, then of course you're not going to be able to hang out with the people that are trying to get you to do the wrong thing. And it's hard. It's hard, to find your own voice, but that's why you learned how to balance on your own, because even in the wind, there's that wind again, even in the wind, all your friends shoot left, right? And you get a bad feeling, guess what? You're going right. And it doesn't matter if they all go left. You know that you'll have enough courage inside of you and enough confidence inside of you that even though you don't go all jump off the bridge like your friends do, you go your own separate way, if they're truly your friends, they'll still call you. They'll still be a part of your life. They're true, if they're your true family, they're not going to leave you, but they'll allow you to go and do what you need to do because they love you. And honestly, I have this one client who I've spoken to for years and years, and her son was moving out, and he was getting an apartment, and he didn't even live with her. He lived with the dad in another state, and she found out that he was moving, and she did all the preparation and everything with them, but again, and out of state. And then she sent him these gift certificates, so then he could go to Walmart and go to Walgreens, okay, and get what he needed for his apartment, even though his mom wasn't there. And I said, like, good for you, you know. She's like, well, I want to set him up. I want to make sure he has what he needs because I'm not there, right? And he was being, like, massively dominated by his dad, like, massively. But his dad never helped him do shit. Yeah, you could tell him what to do all fucking day, but he wasn't giving him a Walmart gift card and helping him get cleaning supplies for his new apartment. He was too busy telling him what to do when he got home. Okay, because that's the thing, is like when energies don't want you to soar in your own direction, they're going to continually tell you what to do, and you're going to continually act like you have to do what they say, even though you're a grown-ass adult. Okay, so somebody left, you know, they left the tree, okay, they left the nest, so then they had a chance at this next life. And so they want that to be dominated anymore. Like, who the fuck wants to be dominated? Ugh. That's so territorial, you know? That's so masculine. Domination. Fuck off. Direction. But you gotta find your own direction. And I think you will. I think that's what you're preparing for, is to fly in a new direction away from these people. Although they're always going to be in the next. Look at that upheaval. You see how the birds are leaving the nest? Because the tree's getting kicked down. Okay? So whatever it is that you've been preparing for, know that you've been preparing for it because an upheaval is coming. And eventually, that tree that everybody's hanging out with is going to get chopped down. Okay, but those people, they haven't left the tree. So they don't have other trees that they can go to, right? You've prepared for something. Okay, there's self-interest and teamwork. Okay, so wherever it is, whoever was dominating the team, you found another team to go and hang out with. I think that's what it is. I think that whoever's dominating this old team, it's like Simba, you know, when Scar takes over. Because, sorry, did I say because Simba? I meant the Lion King. You know, when Scar takes over and forces Simba out of Pride Rock, okay, it takes a teamwork to get Simba back to take over his land because he was told to leave because he was told he was in the wrong, but he wasn't. We know he wasn't. Okay, so, I mean, but he was ill prepared. Thank gosh he found Timon and Pumbaa. Okay, or the motherfucker would have died out there. Okay, so whatever this was or is, know that you're so protected that if it is an upheaval, you're going to be, you know, there's going to be a Timon and Pumbaa there, you know, like there's going to be a forest there. There's going to be something that's there because whatever it is that you get kicked out of or whatever it is that you have to leave, okay, you find your balance in the wind. And if they're your true friends and your true family, they might get mad at you for some things. Okay, because this, you know, like there's a lot of people, especially people my age now, like their kids are going off to college. And some of my, you know, friends are like, they're oh my gosh. My one friend, she freaked out about her kid leaving. She cried every day. I had to work with her. And to the point where it was getting like, I had to be like, okay, you've got a week. Like you have to go to Walmart and get stuff. Like you can't just keep acting like September's not coming, right? And she, you know, and I'm like, oh my fucking God, girl, like you should have been preparing for your child to leave the nest years ago. Why is this just coming to you now? Like, and what if she flops in school? Like my cousin, honestly, my baby cousin, when she went to university, she was such a mama's boy and a mommy's girl. Okay, honestly, just not like a kiss ass or anything, just very like to be at home, like to be with her family. She decided to go to design school downtown Toronto. Okay, and live down there and everything. And we just kind of went like, I was speechless. I was like, she comes from the smallest town ever and she's going to go to Toronto? Tell me how she lasted 2 months. She went crying home. And honestly, she wasn't ready. Okay, there are some things that you might have gone for in your past and you weren't ready. It didn't work. You might be ready now. You know what I mean? It might be like, okay, well, that was the test. You didn't make it. But that was just because you weren't ready then. I remember when I went for my driver's license, you know, I failed my first time to get my learner's to actually get my permit to drive on my own. Like, I failed, like most people do. And it's because I was so nervous and I was shaking behind the wheel. And like, I was fine driving around with my dad all the time. But the second I got in with this bitch who was, gonna mark everything, I wasn't ready. I was panicky, I was sweating, I wasn't driving properly. And, once I went again, like, I think you had to wait a couple months before you could go again. I took a learning session with somebody I paid, and I was way more prepared. I didn't give up on getting my license for the rest of my life. I gave myself a couple months, did way more driving, and when I took the test again, I passed. Even though I was a nervous wreck the second time, she knew I was a good driver. So she was like, okay, for one, you need to relax when you're behind the wheel, just for everybody else's sake, and you passed. And I was like, oh, thank God. I think I started crying again, because I thought I wasn't going to, be able to drive, but I really was. Okay. It's just sometimes just because you fail at something, it doesn't mean that you're not, never supposed to do it. It's just sometimes all amount of timing. It's a fickle bitch. But once you get on it, it's divine as fuck. And you'll never question it again. So just know something pretty big is going to happen. 101.55. That's 10:10. Okay. Plus 11:55. That's a pretty good time. So I'm going to say that this is pretty divinely guided and justified. So if it resonates, take it. If it doesn't, don't take it. You know how I like to say that, because it doesn't resonate for everybody all the time. Okay. But anywho, I'm getting a wee bit hot and uncomfortable now, so I'm going to call it a day. But thank you so much for watching. Hope it resonated with those it resonated. And if it didn't, wait for the next message. Oh my gosh, yeah, you can tell I'm done. I can't breathe. And also, watch Eden Lake. Scary fucking movie. Not really scary, just like, whoa. What did those people ever do to you? Honestly, it was like a torture fest. It was a great movie. Yeah, personal readings are available. And thank you for liking this video, everybody. Thank you. Awesome. All right. I know it's hot. I know it's greasy. Hope everybody stays cool. Get some sleep. Do what you love. Go for the things that you've only ever dreamt for. And I will possibly see you on the flip side, aka tomorrow or the next. All right. Peace. Be kind. Rewind.